Howdy! Possum Patty here, and today is What's on My Desk Wednesday. So come on along. Well, on my desk right now is my summer journal, Busy Bee journal. You may remember this. I hauled these pieces from Hobby Lobby, and I believe I did have a video on making the cover. This was a wood piece that I painted in, and this is a bubble envelope, mailing envelope on the inside. Some really pretty bumblebee material, pale yellow. On the inside, I had this darker, this black with the white and yellow material left over from another project. So I put that in here, and I made a little pocket from the yellow and blue. And I had bought these little bee buttons, and I had that flower. And I used some of this material that I already had to make a tie. So this you've all seen before, but right now I am putting in two signatures. The first signature is going to be a bee theme. And this is from an old pack of paper I had from Michael's from a couple years ago. And this was some yellow paper. I had stenciled some honeycomb patterns with just some black paint. And some more old Michael's papers. I don't know how many years ago I got that. This is a newer pack I got. It's like glitter and sparkle. And that is very shiny middle page. So I'm putting 6 sheets of paper, and that gives me 24 pages in each signature, because I figure 48 pages is enough for one journal, because then I could make a new journal and move on to something else. The second signature is more butterfly themed. And these are from different Michael's paper packs. This one is leaning more towards purple and lavender. And then another dark page in the middle of the signature. And when I sew in a journal, I'm gonna make sure my ties are out of the way here. I make a little template for where I'm gonna put each signature, and I'll kind of get this in the middle here. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but you know what, I might not want to put it there. All right, let me get this on here so that I'm not running into this board. Okay, what I did was I just moved where I'm going to put the holes in about 1/4 of an inch. So now I know I'm not near the board on the outside. And I put a mark right in the center, and then down 1.5 inches from the top and from the bottom. And these are about 3/4 of an inch apart, which is fine because I'm only doing 6 pages. I marked the top. I checked it. Move my strings again. Okay, so now I'm going to poke a hole right through the cover. Hopefully these don't move. Sometimes I don't get it really straight, but it's a handmade journal. It does not have to look like it came out of a factory. And then I have my 6 holes. Sometimes it's harder to go through the material than go through cardboard. See it? Ooh, poke through that material. Not easy. Okay. Now I take this off. Something just fell. And I'm going to do the back signature first. And let's see. I want to go this way. And I'm going to tap it, make sure that all the seams are lined up there. And this is the top. This is the top. We have T on here. Now the cover is a little bit bigger than the pages, so I have it marked here where I want it to be. And I have to get a fold, so I gave it a good fold there, so that fold can go into that fold. And that line has to go at the top of the journal, and this line at the bottom of the journal. So that's in the middle, or you can just mark the middle. Put some clips. Like that. Okay, I'm just going to try to get that right through where I have the fold. Like that. Sometimes I get it off a little crooked. And then this will be for the other side. Okay, I'm going to thread a needle. Okay, now I'm going to make sure that I have it the right side up, because I have been known to sew in signatures upside down. I have a thread that is 4 times this length here, which is a little too long, but that's okay. Needle is going to go through there. I am putting the loose ends on the inside instead of the outside. So this will be in the center. Then I go to the bottom next, through the bottom hole. There's a couple layers in there. If I can get it through the right way, there it comes. And through the bottom hole on the paper. Did I make this hole big enough? I'm using a large blunt upholstery needle because I usually make the holes big enough. Then I go to the top, right there. Try to come out through the right hole. Okay, and then back through the middle. Everything should go through better the second time around. But I missed that hole right there. Okay, now I'm in like Flynn. Okay, so, oops. There's always an oops. Okay. Okay, one thread should be on one side and the other thread on the other side. And then check the back, check the front. Pull these as tight as you can without breaking the thread, which I have done. And that's why I make it long. And I put, one's really long, I put 3 knots. That's number 2. That's number 3, because 3 is the magic number. I will cut those. And the back signature is now sewn in, easy peasy. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the front signature. These center pages have a lot of foil on them. Okay, let's see how I did with the second signature. I did the same thing as I did with the first. Make sure it's nice and tight. Don't like them too wobbly. And they are almost even. Not too bad. Not too bad. A little crooked, but you know, it's a junk journal. I love this pale yellow material, but I have a feeling that it's going to get dirty, but that's okay. I'll try not to take it outside to journal too much. So there is my bumblebee, busy bee, and butterfly journal. And this one I will be using, I don't know. I think after I finish my garden journal. These two I kind of planned together. They're both made with bubble mailing envelopes and wooden decorations that I got at Hobby Lobby. This one I put stitches on the outside and I put little charms. And speaking of my garden journal, I need to do a page in here. But first, I'm going to put this one on the shelf. And I could take you over there. So I'm going to take my bumblebee journal over here to the messy corner. And I'm working on organizing this stuff down here. And that's the papers I use for my journal. And I have 2 tubs of journaling stuff that are getting organized. But up here on the shelf, where I'm going to put my busy bee, right there. This is my watercolor journal and my trashy journal and my new journal from Clarissa and my kitty boho and my bumblebee and my Easter journal and my Just Because book and my Asian glue book. So these are all fun books that I'm working in now. Right above it, these are all the finished journals that I've already flipped through. Couple summer ones, a fall one, and a Christmas one. And on the other side, these are my very first junk journals, and they are all finished. And right below that are 2 more finished journals. Back here is my very fat gnome journal that is completely journaled in. And when I say finished, I mean they're journaled in. All the pages have journaling on them. That's my first trashy. And then these 3 are in progress also, but I'm not working on them right now because that's the winter book. And this is one of the fall books that's not finished. And this is my giant Christmas in July book that I'll probably do some journaling in there in the summertime. And then again next Christmas, and then this will be, I'll work on this again in the fall, and then this one probably not till the winter. So these are for different season, but these I'm all going to work on now. And Mr. Possum came in and he said the journals are taking over the shelf. I got books down there. These are all sketchbooks down here, most of which are full. And then I've got some books everywhere. Organizers. Want to see my messy desk? Actually, it's not too bad right now, except for the pile of junk over there. Oh, so before I get into my garden journal, I have something else I want to share with you. And I got some happy mail from Dolores, and I think she doodled on the envelope. Isn't that nice? Very nice, Dolores. I'll have to cut that out and put that on something. And it's a small envelope, but it's very chunky, and I have no idea what she's sending. Bunch of goodies for me to play with. And some tea, too. All right. Thank you, Dolores. I have got honey chai, turmeric vitality, and licorice spice. Tea time to Possum Patty from your YouTube friend Dolores. Oh, and she loves Mary Engelhart, and this is it Mary Engelhart? Sorry, spacing out. You know, the brain, she's a broke, but that's very pretty. And Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. That's pretty cool. Look at that. And a kitty for the kitty boho. And it says Gypsy Luck. Very cool. Looks like a gaming piece. And I think this must be a heart or half of a heart. Oh, here's the other half. Nice. I love those colors too. And another kitty. Oh, that looks like my kitty. That looks like my kitty. She's an Abyssinian. Little Chinese Kansas City Zoo. A lot of little pieces here. We Are Memory Keeper. Aww. A snowman with the fawn and some fish stickers and Good Earth. And it was Earth Day this week. An elephant. And some, that's a butterfly wing with some eyes on it. And a bunny. How to use an air mail envelope. That's interesting. Cracker Barrel. Ooh, more tea. Gut health. Organic cinnamon oat. And you gotta be careful. Got little tiny pieces here. Little snowman. Oh, look at the bunny. That is sweet. Oh, wow. Jungle napkins. I love these colors. So bright. Like a teal and a pink. One's like a zebra and one's like a leopard or jaguar. Oh, and that's how to use this envelope. Oh, I see. Those little directions were for these envelopes. Oh, that's sweet. This little thing down here. And then, did I get all the little tiny bits? No. Oh, there's a tiger for my journal. Year of the Tiger. And Be Green. Help the earth live, because this is Earth Day week. And she sent me a Believe cross. These are magnetic. These are a lot of fun. And these are some of the sketches that she does for her, I think this is for her Bible, her church. Exodus 35:31, and the Lord has filled him with the Spirit of God, with skill, ability, and knowledge in all kinds of crafts. So I like that. And this one, cleanse me with hyssop and I will be clean. Wash me and I will be whiter than snow. Psalm 51:7. Dolores J. Rush. She does some really nice sketches. Very fun, very fun. Okay, I don't want to lose all those little bits. I'll be right back. I have 2 pictures I printed out with my Canon Ivy printer. You just use your cell phone and this printer. No ink. It prints on this special paper, zinc for zero ink. And I want to add a picture of the, which way does it go? It goes this way. Forsythia blooming, bright yellow blooms. And my mountain pinks, and there were only a few blooming over here by my rock garden, so I added some flower stickers around the edge of the page. So I have 2 bright colorful pink and yellow flowers to add to my garden journal today. Here at Soggy Bottom, we've had a lot of rain, but for a couple days it's been kind of dry and not too bad out. I had yellow daffodils there. It's a bright yellow page. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think I glued some pages together. It's all right. They come apart. This is April 8th, so these are April 13th. Oh, this would look nice on that page. Let me find some extra paper here to layer this up. And journal, should I put them both on the same page? Yeah, I think I will. Well, I have these pieces of scrap paper sitting here because I was making pages for that other bee journal. So why don't I just take a piece and back it up. It's going to be a simple page, just journaling about the garden. I'm going to cut some of this down. Should I use the same on both? I can write right on the page because it's a light color. Layer, layer, layer. Cut it about that big. Use my slicer dicer. Make this the same size. Things are really starting to bloom now. Still going to be a little cool this week. I thought they said it was going to warm up, but not that warm. I mean, warm enough to have the heat off in the house, but cold enough you got to wear a sweater because the heat is off. Cut my corners. Okay, this is pretty. I forget what this is called. Glitter and Gleam or something like that from Michael's. Got it on sale. Well, once that's down, it's down, even if it's crooked. I really need to stand up. Even when I stand up, I don't get it straight, so. Okay, that one's better. That one's a little better. Okay, I'm just going to quickly glue these down, do a little bit of journaling. I think I want to add some of these little pink flowers to the page. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals, so I went and found a die that has 5 petals. And I want to put some pink flowers all around the page after I journal. And let me show you what I did. I know it's not on my desk. Got to come back over here with me. So these drawers used to be just jam-packed with junk. And I saw somebody do this the other day. I think it was Diane at Tattered Edges. And she had all her scraps so nicely filed away in a box where she could just go through it like this and pull out what she wanted and use it. And then I could put this back in the drawer. Before, I had everything just piled in this drawer, helter-skelter, willy-nilly, whatever you want to call it. And now I filed the strips are in this box. I want to do some weaving. And then down here I have little tiny scraps. I should probably use those. And behind here I have plain paper scraps and some special paper scraps and just some ephemera over here. But you know what? I'm going to get this box because I'm making tiny flowers. So instead of digging through the drawer, bending over and digging through the drawer, all I have to do is pick out the box, bring it over here, set it down, and go through everything is nice and visible here. I'm looking for some little tiny pink paper. This is a pretty color. Maybe I'll get some different color pinks. Dark pink and light pink. And maybe there's some pattern with a pink, maybe. Let's see, there's purple. Here's a pink with a pattern. And there's like a marbly pink. And let's see, pink stripes, that's interesting. I found I wasn't really using my scraps because, you know, they're all at the bottom of the drawer and who could find them and what did it matter, and you just keep making more scraps. But now look at this handy dandy system. I could just file this away back in the drawer, and when I need something I will come back here and go through here and get what I need and then go put it back. Well, I guess you never get over your botany training because, you know, what difference does it make? I had to go and find a flower die that had 5 petals because it looks like the mountain pinks here, or creeping phlox, have 5 petals. I mean, who's going to know the difference, right? They're just fantasy flowers because now I'm putting a little half round pearl pink in the middle. Oops. Oops. I put a little dab of glue. These are the Dollar Tree. Bling bling. So pretty. Well, I got to save the paper that I cut the flowers out of because I'm collecting up stuff for Friday's Stencil With Us challenge. You have to use things that are not stencils. So I have all these things. I think I made shiny buttons out of this. I got a lot of those. I got a doily. I have a piece of paper I cut some ferns out of with another die cut. And now I got these flowers. And there's a couple other things floating around here. There was a little heart here somewhere. Oh well, I'll find it. I'll find it. I gotta keep those all together for the next project. So many things are sprouting up in the woods. I need to get out there, do some nature journaling. Okay, I'm just going to put the rest of these down. April 13th, blue skies, sunny yellow forsythia, and spring pink creeping phlox. And there is my garden journal page for today. And I have to let this dry, so I'm going to put this over by the sewing machine. And speaking of nature journals, if I want a nature journal, I guess I better work on my nature journal, my little golden book, Wonders of Nature. I don't even remember how much I have done here. What did I do? This is Braille paper. Okay, so I reinforced the pages. Did I keep the story intact? I don't know if I did. Oh, that's pretty. Some of my pressed flowers. Just some paper. What's in the middle? Oh, I actually did a page. Oh. Ah. Okay, I put glitter Mod Podge on a leaf, and there's a picture of me in Hawaii. And here's a poem that I wrote. Falling, I am the leaf, feather light, feather free, freely floating on air. I am the leaf, freely floating, solely falling through air. I am the leaf, slowly falling, softly landing on water. I am the leaf, softly landing, silently floating on water. I am the leaf, silently floating, swiftly flowing away. And this is all held together with embroidery floss. And there's just a sky on the back. And I said like a leaf. This was a fun page. Okay, this is a photo, but this is, I think, a magazine back there. And there's a magnet under there, and there's a magnet on the leaf to hold it. Where's the magnet? Right there. So, like that. And then you have to fold this like this. And put that in the pocket so that it pulls out the right way. There we go. I forgot about that. I don't think I kept the story in order, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, I have, yeah, I didn't keep it in order because I have 3 signatures. And I might have to go through here and sort this out. Oh, I did another page. Oh, that's a paper clip. This was a canvas sticker I colored in. And, oh, this is a sad story. This is a student that I had, and he has since passed, and his name was Amos, and he was from Israel. And he had that, remember that movie, The Elephant Boy, where he got the tumors in his body? Well, this student had that. And he wrote me this poem, and this was with my son's father when I was married, and my name was Mrs. Scott back then. When Mrs. Scott smiles, when Mrs. Scott smiles, the birds and the flowers smile. When Mrs. Scott smiles, the birds sing with happiness. When Mrs. Scott is sad, the flowers are sad. The trees and the butterfly are crying, and they sing, too bad, it's so, so, so sad, sad. He was such a precious boy, and shortly after I had him in my class for 3rd grade, his family went back to Israel. His family, they were students at Yale University, and I did get notice that he had passed away when the tumors in his brain got too large. So that was very sad, but I will always remember him. So I need to go through here and organize these signatures, and I forgot I had already done a couple pages. Get them sewn in some kind of way and get going on my spring nature journaling. So that is on my desk to be done. Whoops, I've got the paper clip. Okay, where was it? Paper clip was on here, I believe. Paper clip. And we'll put that back together. And this is how I've been organizing things in these big jumbo bags. And this is just a bunch of nature stuff that I can decorate my nature journal with. I'm not going to do a Thrifty Thursday this week because this is all I bought. Needle threader, Walmart. Because I break these very easily, and I decided I needed a backup. So this is my big purchase. So I've got these 3 journals, my garden journal, my summer journal, and my nature journal, which I need to put together and get that up on the shelf so I can grab it when I want to do some nature journaling. And anything else on the desk? Oh, I was talking about cleaning my scissors. So this is the very last interesting thing. I take a piece of sandpaper and I go like that, because it's all gunked up with glue and Mod Podge. It's got glitter Mod Podge all over it. And I just kind of sand it a little bit, and it seems to work fine. Or I give it to Mr. Possum and tell him to sharpen it up. But I could usually get it off, and you know what? I haven't done it in so long. It's really caked up. So I will go off camera and get that done. So I think that's it for today. And I want to thank Dolores for that very special happy mail today. Such a surprise. I want to thank Diane at Tattered Edges for her organizational ideas. And I will list both of their channels below. And I want to thank you for coming along today. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.